What if Germany won World War II? It's an absolute classic since the war ended 80 years ago. So, yeah, do I really agree to most of these that they are possible? Yeah, I didn't even read most of those. Listen, everybody has their own opinion about World War II and alternate history. And mine is that Germany winning the war is really unlikely. And honestly, I won't even talk about Japan. That may be a video on its own. They are cooked from the start. So, I will look over some of the major points that people have done to make Germany win World War II and see why they just won't work if you think outside your fantasy bubble. Before I start, I really do not want to bully anyone who does this highly unrealistic scenario. Listen, I have my own way of how Germany could win World War II. It is a bit different, like, it's not something like this, but I will probably present it anyway once. Because alternate history is just science fiction and your creativity will do whatever you want. And you should not feel ashamed because somebody talks about it. This is your beauty. I feel like I'm now ready to talk about the actual scenarios that are getting proposed. And okay, you know what? Let's put the music on. A successful Operation Barbarossa. The pioneer of Germany wins World War II. The first and biggest struggle point in this being successful, how does that happen? Like, the second Lend-Lease happened, Germany should have known that Operation Barbarossa was not successful. And instead, they dragged it out in our timeline, leading to millions dead. So, yeah, and I can see without Lend-Lease and maybe with Britain surrendering or just not really being in the war, it could be successful. But even if you take Moscow, the Soviet Union will not surrender. It never does. Okay, it will eventually, like maybe if Stalingrad, Leningrad, and all of the Caucasus is lost. But that will take time and will still be devastating for both sides. So let's say Germany does still come out on top and the borders are not all of the Union. They are just up until the AA line. Something that would have happened in our timeline too if they succeeded in Barbarossa. So yeah, now we have it happen somehow. And yeah, now we will explore. In case you don't recognize already what I'm talking about, there's no way in hell they're gonna keep control over this. Like, the Soviet Union had at this time, and the territories they captured, over 100 million people, most of them being from the Slavic ethnicity. One that the German high command wasn't really nice against, perfectly seen by the Polish and Ukrainians. So, and now if they're also communist and fighting back, I could absolutely see the Germans taking more extreme measures than in even our timeline. But I don't think that they will keep control over these territories. Like the Balkan was in our timeline already a bit rocky, which can be perfectly seen by German controlling it, like almost immediately collapsing. More to that on my other video, which you should watch. And yeah, I could see that this one's even more rocky for the Germans. and that eventually they would lose pretty much all control, and then I could see also the remnants of the now extremely weakened USSR joining the war again with maybe some supplies from the Americans. The second part may be a bit more unrealistic, but hey. Scenario 2. America doesn't enter the war. This one's fairly short because, well, yeah, Germany doesn't declare war on America. They will maybe join even half a year later. Is it really that is it really that easy to just, I don't know, throw them out of the war? Okay, first, like, Lend-Lease not happening is just not happening. Unless Britain somehow is about to collapse or just pieces out of the war. And without Lend-Lease, maybe the Germans even reach Moscow, demoralizing the Soviets, and giving a huge moral boost to the German soldiers. And yeah, then I could see absolutely America joining the war to support the Soviets. Then the British also join, and yeah, then the same thing happens, just as in our timeline, but just maybe in 1946. Another thing not going in the Germans' favor is their pretty open alliance with Japan, because, well, Hiroshima will still happen. And yeah, so now we can wrap all this last minute of talking up to one sentence. They will join eventually. Wow. I guess we can move on. Scenario number 3. Reporting back to the Alert. Operation Sea Lion was a success. In case you don't know what Operation Sea Lion is, this was a plan from the German High Command to invade Britain. It was originally meant to start in mid-1940, though got delayed to up to early 1941. And now we will somehow have to make this operation work, because in our timeline it was scrapped. So yeah, I don't even have something to work with. So yeah, but before that we absolutely need to reform it. First things first, the operation has to happen in 1940. In 1941 it would have been way too late. Like, the English Channel is an absolute death zone, and Great Britain itself is protected by 1.5 million soldiers. In 1940, the biggest change is that they are now just almost 500,000 soldiers, not over 1 million, which makes the operation it gives it even a chance to succeed. So, and we also need to maybe make the Kriegsmarine a little bit better, and have absolutely not let the Battle of Britain happen, because the German Air Force was, like, after that, completely destroyed for the rest of the war. The last thing I want to do is maybe up the amount of soldiers to, like, maybe 100 or 200,000 more. Let's say 200,000 go, like, in the first phase, and 200,000 more come to the rescue for more protection. Just take whatever in that, like, space. Maybe 600,000, 400,000, whatever. It will be the same at the end. Now, first of all, like, and this what I'm saying right now will account for both phases. But crossing the English Channel will be an absolute bloodbath. Like, Great Britain has naval supremacy and air supremacy. So, yeah. And how will they supply these? I don't know. Like, most will be sunken again by the Royal Navy. Same for the second phase. Yeah, let's say, I don't know, the first Harry Potter movie drops 60 years early, and all British people want to watch it, leaving Britain undefended. So yeah, let's say Britain sues for peace, and they do not conquer the whole island because time to go back to realism. I know, sucks. They just get the south because, well, if they ask to get all of it, or even more than that, then Britain will probably fight on, knowing that they are in a better position for long-term war. So yeah, is this land secured? No. Now with all of that laid out, how long will the Germans keep these territories? A month? A year? 5 years? Yeah, we will see. Now, Germany will still pursue Operation Barbarossa, maybe investing even more into it, because they've been emboldened by being the first nation to invade the British Isles since 1797. So, how will it go? Now, listen, I'm not saying the British will encircle the German holdings, isolating them and invading them, but I am also saying that the British will encircle German holdings, isolating them and invading them, and they will probably conquer them also. Yeah, they will do exactly that. They conquer it, the Germans lose many soldiers, it's bad for them, and they eventually lose the war. Go figure! And you can do this with pretty much all the different variations you want, like, sorry, but the German Navy is not beating the British Navy in World War II. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say to this. So in this video we've seen different approaches in our own timeline to an attempt that Germany wins World War II, with all of them failing. Yeah, this supports my mentality that Germany winning World War II is not to happen. So yeah, oh yeah, I forgot, like, all of these are like even lower chances of Germany succeeding because nukes exist and they're planned first to bomb Germany, not Japan. If this video gets 50 views, I guess I can make a part 2, which yes will be way smaller and will way more focus on like telling you guys what historical effect this and this part of the war had. And with that said, yeah, making this video was an absolute nightmare. Like, Wondershare was not cooperating, guys, how hard is it saving my video? Okay, I'm done.